Hi everybody, it's Kai Lauren, and this is the fourth and final video in our new presenter training series. So now you're at the point where you have gotten through your first launch party, your 10-day party, and you may hit something in your business that happens a lot. And in fact, it happens so often that we have a name for it, and it's the 10-day slump. And what happens is you start out and you immediately go through your warm market. Your family, your close friends, the people who are buying from you right away, the people who you may have told about the business before you even signed up. And maybe it's pretty easy for you right from the beginning. But then you finish that party and you've reached out to those people in your warm market. And then you get to this point where you're like, okay, now what do I do? How do I keep this momentum? So I'm going to talk to you about some things that you can do to get past that 10-day slump. So this might be for a lot of you where things get a little bit tougher and where you really have to kind of work for the first time. So you have to find a way to start reaching out to your cold market. And how do you do that without seeming pushy? How do you do that without getting really, really scared? So, one of the things that we talk about a lot in this business is the power of the word no. And, as a toddler, no, we believe no to be a complete sentence, but no becomes a scarier thing for us as adults. And so what I suggest is you start making a list, and you call this your 100 no's. And every time you reach out to somebody to host a party, to buy a product, to sign up and join you, and they tell you no, you add their name to the list. And for every 10 you reward yourself somehow. Maybe you get frozen yogurt, maybe you get your nails done, maybe you go get a massage. And when you get your 100, you reward yourself in a big way. And the reason that I suggest that you do that is because no is a great thing in our business. And I know it doesn't seem like it. It seems really scary. But here's what happens. Statistically, 1 out of every 10 people that you talk to is going to be interested in the product and the opportunity. So when you're getting 9 no's, you know you're on your way to that next yes. And so you have to be out there. You have to get no to get to that yes. Every Black Status presenter will tell you that they have heard no in this business way, way more than they hear yes. I hear it every day. I hear no every day. The other great reason that you want to reach out and get those 100 no's is because as you get more and more and more, it gets less scary. And it's really hard not to take things personal when you're the face of your business. One of the examples I try to use with my team all the time is, if you walk into a shoe store and you see a pair of shoes and you say, oh God, those are so ugly, I would never buy those shoes. The CEO of that store doesn't go home and cry because you didn't like the shoes. They sit back and they're patient and they know, hey, it's a business and somebody else is going to come in and love them and buy them. So you have to try to implement the same thing with your own business. And if someone says, oh, I hate this product, or oh, this is not for me, or oh, I want nothing to do with direct sales, that's okay. That's their journey. And you sit back and you keep sharing the opportunity and sharing your love for the products, knowing that you're one step closer to somebody else who is going to take advantage of that opportunity. And it's if they don't want it, that's on them, and you keep moving forward. So just look at my notes to make sure that I cover everything with you. Like I said, it gets less scary. A lot of people will tell me in the beginning, oh, I don't want to post on my personal page a lot because I don't want people to think I'm being pushy, or I don't want to reach out to a lot of people because they might judge me. They will. People are going to judge you in this business. I'm making astronomically more money than I ever made in my former career, and people are still judging my decision to do what I do. But you know what? Those people are going to judge you no matter what you do. They're going to judge you if you're posting a picture of your dog. They're going to judge you because you post about your kids too much. They're going to judge you because you're overly positive online. They're going to judge you no matter what. So, you have to do what's right for you. You have to move forward. Okay, so as we're working on those 100 no's, how do we network? How do we reach out to our cold market? One of the things that I like to do when it comes to talking to strangers. Talking to strangers is a really scary thing for a lot of people, and it is for me. And so the way I approach strangers about our business is this. If I'm standing in line at Target, for example, and I see someone I really like her makeup, I say, hey, I love your mascara, or I love your eyeshadow. What do you use? Because she'll tell you, you've paid her a genuine compliment, and then when she tells you, you respond with, oh, it's great, I work in the cosmetic industry, so I'm always interested when I see people wearing really great makeup. And then you've opened the door for her to say, oh, what do you do? What company do you work for? Without any pressure, without any agenda. And if you say, oh, I work for Younique, it's great, and you go on, and she's not interested, then you leave it at that. And if she is, she can ask more questions, and she feels like it was her idea. You didn't have to be pushy, and if nothing else, you paid someone a genuine compliment. Networking, I try to join a lot of other groups that aren't just Younique groups. So, I'm in a mom's group, and what I'll do is I try to engage in real conversations, and I look at that not as I'm trying to get more people to join my team. I look at that as that's another part of my life so I can have a life away from Younique. And naturally, the business will come up, and if people are interested there, they come to me that way. What I suggest you don't ever add people from the Facebook's Who Do You Know feature, because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be adding other Y sisters, and then you're potentially poaching people, and it's not going to get you very far. I am active in groups. The other thing I do is I comment a lot on people's posts, and I try to comment on people's posts that are not with Younique, and I comment on the comments on their posts. And if somebody responds to me or says, comments on something that I've written, I'll send them a friend request. And then they get to see through my feed what I'm doing. And if they are interested, then they have the ability to reach out to me without me having to push. Just checking my notes here. Okay, and then the last thing that I do is, I try to reestablish relationships with old friends. We all have those people on our feed that we haven't talked to in years, and I try to reestablish at least a couple of new relationships a week, and I do it with no agenda. Because the reality is, like I said, 9 no's for every yes, so most of those people are not going to be interested in moving forward. But what can happen, and what does happen, and has happened for me, is down the road, you might have one of those people come back to you and say, hey, I have a friend who's interested in getting involved, and I thought of you, can I send her to you? So, if you're networking and you're reaching out, that will come back, and that is going to help you, even if it's not directly helping you, even if it's not helping you today, and you're doing it in a genuine way that's not pushy, that's not salesy or spammy, and that you don't have to feel uncomfortable about. So that is my training as far as networking. This does complete our new presenter training series. Congratulations on making it through all 4 videos. I hope you found the tips helpful. I hope you will take this and implement it in your business, and it will get you off to a great, strong start. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to message me, and let's go have a great business. Thanks.